What is up, everybody? Welcome to Hatch Outdoors. Here today I've got my Killer Instincts Temper X. I wish this was a excited video. This isn't something I really wanted to make. I've kind of waited to make this video and get on and publicly say anything since my crossbow failure. For those of you that follow my Facebook page, you know that I had a failure. So let's get into it and let's talk about it. So I received this crossbow on August 3rd. I bought it from Bass Pro Shops. It was the package that came with the crank cocker. Received it on August 3rd. Put it together, no problem. Started shooting it on and off between work and stuff and working out at our hunting lease. By October 12th, I figured out I had a scope issue with the first one. Reached out to Killer Instincts, called them, instantly got a phone call. The lady on the phone was awesome. She got me another scope on the way. It arrived within a couple days. Put it on the crossbow, got it all sighted in, and was ready to go. Our opening day for bow season here in North Florida is September 13th. My wife and I went out in the woods together. Had no issues. Fast forward to September 24th, and I was getting ready to go to the woods. I was actually at the woods. Was getting all my gear on, getting the thermocell fired up because it's Florida, mosquitoes. Went to cock it before heading to the blind, and as I was cocking it, it blew apart on me on the tailgate of my truck. I threw it down, made a hellacious sound, backed away from it, kind of gathered my composure, and checked myself over. I wasn't hurt, but I got pictures of it on my Facebook page. Once I get better with these videos, I'll end up figuring out how to splice in pictures and all that. But if you go to my Facebook page, I'm going to make a post after this video is posted with pictures, because I've got some more to add to this. But the string came off the cam on the left side, I believe it was, and I had a upper limb split on the right side and a lower limb split on the left side. Scared the crap out of me. Got back home, was really annoyed. You know, I've only had this thing for a little over a month at this point, and it already blew apart. You know, I've followed all the directions and everything. This is my first crossbow. Kept everything waxed, kept everything lubed the way it was supposed to be, and never kept it cocked longer than it was. Didn't leave it in the truck, especially with our heat here in Florida. You know, treated it like it was told to be treated, and it blew apart on me. I was kind of frustrated, but I called Killer Instincts and instantly got somebody on the phone. You know, I was like, okay, cool. You know, wasn't very happy about it, but they were sending me a shipping label and told me to ship it to them, and they'd see what they could do. They wanted to look at it and inspect it before they would say what they were going to do one way or another. I was leaning towards wanting a full bow repair or replacement, and so I shipped it to them that same day, that afternoon. That was September 24th. Didn't hear anything. Called one time while they had it. Got a voicemail. September 29th, I get a chain of emails all of a sudden. I get a repaired email, a shipping notification, and then tracking. That's what they were. It was 3 emails pretty much back to back. I was like, okay, cool. But I was still kind of on the fence about if I even wanted to keep this thing. And so I called the lady that I talked to initially. I have her direct line, and rings, instantly goes to voicemail. Didn't do that previously. Called her 3 or 4 more times throughout the day when I got those emails, and haven't got anything. So fast forward, I get it back on October 2nd. It's shipped by UPS, and it shows up in a plain box. Now, I shipped this back in the original packaging. it shows up in a plain box. Everything's just kind of half wrapped in cardboard paper, all thrown in the box. Get everything out of the box, and I'm missing hardware. I didn't have the main screw to put the buttstock back on that goes up under by the crank cocker. So, called again. Haven't received any phone calls back at this point, no other emails, anything. The other thing that I wasn't really happy with them was that I got no documentation about what was done. They did not give me anything regarding the work that was done, what they found, what they thought the problem was. None of that. So I ended up getting it put back together. I have now since had to go to my local hardware store and put a screw in it. I know it's not ideal, don't kill me in the comments. But I was able to match up the hardware, black zinc oxide, Allen bolts, is there nothing special. So I've now emailed them, I've now called them, and it's just crazy to me that all of a sudden now that this bow's been repaired, that they've gotten very shady, and I cannot get a hold of anybody. I can't get anybody to call me back. I'd like some documentation on it. I mean, we're really close to our muzzle loading season now. I really didn't want to hunt with it again, but you know, we only get so many opportunities to hunt. I work for a living, so I hunt when I can. I'd be lying if I didn't say I'm not a little scared of this thing, and I'll tell you why I'm kind of scared of this. This is a Temperex 405 model. Well, just this past weekend, getting back into the woods, I go to my hunting camp after I get done hunting in my spot, and one of my guys comes up to me that's in the lease with us, and he says, "Hey man, my Killer Instincts crossbow blew up on me this morning while I was sitting in the stand." He said, "I was sitting there and all of a sudden my limbs just cracked." Really? I said, "Well, that's funny, because also a guy that I work with that has a Killer Instincts crossbow, he just got done telling me that his blew up." So this is 3 right here, and then one of the wives of another guy that's in the club comes over and he says, "Hey, he's already left, but Wade didn't have but 1, but 2 Killer Instincts crossbows blow up on him in the same weekend." So within a short matter of time, that's now 5 crossbows, all made by Killer Instincts, that have all blown up. Now, I don't know what the problem is. I'm not the biggest archery expert in the world. I've usually been a rifle hunter most of my life, so don't crucify me for that either. But, you know, I know these are kind of on the cheaper side of things, but we're still talking $400 or $500. I know this model was around $400 shipped from Bass Pro Shops. I think some of the other ones that the guys had were a little cheaper. But I was also sitting down watching some YouTube this morning when I got home from work, and one of the pages that I follow, Kendall Gray Outdoors, he was just doing a crossbow comparison video as well. And at the end of the video, he splices in a clip of, it was a kid that was in his video was shooting a Killer Instincts crossbow, and his broke at the snout where the actual bow bolts on to the main body of the crossbow. I just, you know, when you work for a living and you got kids and you're trying to find decent price stuff so you can get in the woods and you can hunt, I just feel like this is something I wanted to put out for people so you might know what you're getting if you go the Killer Instincts route, I guess, is what this video is really about. I'm very disappointed. You know, I had high hopes with the customer service at first. They were very attentive, but now that I can't get a hold of anybody, you know, it's disheartening. You know, I feel like we should do better in the outdoor community of looking out for the consumer and also being able to put our faith in these companies. I mean, this is a powerful piece of equipment that's able to kill large game, and you know, they're out here cracking left and right. How long is this going to go on before somebody gets hurt is kind of what I'm getting at also. So I hope this video can help some people. I don't know. It's hard to put my faith in something, and I definitely don't have any faith in Killer Instincts at this point, and kind of wish I would have shopped around a little better. So if you're looking at crossbows on YouTube, I hope this video finds you. I hope you stayed for the 10 minutes or so and watched it. If I get any more updates from Killer Instincts, or they decide to ever get back to me, I will be the first to get on here and make another video and give an update and give them a fair shot. I'm not bashing them at this point. I just want to put it out there for my fellow outdoorsmen and women that this might not be where you want to spend your money at if you're looking for something to get in the woods with. Hope this helps somebody out. Feel free to comment, and always like, share, and follow. Have a good day.